Hello everyone, welcome to Elliott Wave YouTube channel. This is Henry and today is Tuesday, November 23rd. The time is around 3 a.m. GMT. And for today we're going to be looking at the chart of the DAX. This is a short-term chart here. It's a 60 minutes chart. Now sometimes we use a lower time frame, like in this case 15 minutes. Not because we necessarily want to go to the lowest time frame, but sometimes because of the presentation purpose. If you go to the 60 minutes, sometimes the chart looks a little bit too it doesn't look pleasing to the eye, so that's why sometimes we play around in our service with the time frame so that it looks the best. Now, when we show a 15 minute chart in our service, this is basically what we mean here is the lowest time frame we cover, which is the 60 minutes. Okay. Now over here, what we have here is we ended 5 of 1, right? 1 in the intermediate degree. So what this means is that we are now in the wave 2. Okay, so just by looking at this down here, we know that the right side, if we look at the higher time frame, needs to be bullish, right? Not only that this is a wave 1, so it's not the end of the move, it's a wave 1, but also the pullback is being labeled as a ABC zigzag, also WX. So that tells you that the move down is corrective, the move up is impulsive, and the move up is not finished because it ended with 1 at the top. So before we go about and trying to trade or do anything, we need to understand sort of the overall picture, right? And I think what we can observe from here is, okay, based on this, we know that the right side, according to this chart, still remains higher in the bigger time frame. Now, yes, in the shorter cycle, we're looking for more downside, but understanding the overall idea is very important, because otherwise you would think this is very bearish and it's going to collapse or anything like that, but it's not. If you just look at the labels here, we know that this is considered a correction, and the first principle, as always, correction is weaker than the trend. So sometimes correction can fail to reach the intended target and then starting to turn higher and so on. So that's the key takeaway here. Now let's take a look at the structure of the pullback here. So what we have here, after we finish with 1, we have what looks to be, now there's an expanded flat here in the middle here. We got this 1 2 3 4 5 ending A, and this is the B, and then from there we make a new low, as you can see, right? So we do make a new low right here. So it looks like we do have a what we call a lower low sequence, right? You have an A, you have a B, and the B is confirmed by breaking below the A again. So that B is confirmed once it breaks below the A. So typically when you have an ABC, right, typically the C is going to reach at least 100% of the A, right? So if you measure the extension, then you know it doesn't seem to be reaching the 100% yet. So since we do have a lower low, we haven't reached the 100%, so there's a possibility we continue to extend to the downside for the DAX here. So shorter cycle, then simply what we are looking for is further downside in the DAX, as long as we don't start to rally and break above 16,290 again. Of course, we're still looking for another leg lower, and it can potentially go as low as 16,000, right? 16,000 is a possible target on the downside, which is the 100%. Then from there we could be finishing the previous ABC and then starting to rally or starting to bounce. Okay, so zooming out a little bit, this is a 4-hour chart. I'm putting in 5 of 1 here, which is the same 5 of 1 here. Okay, so what we are dealing with here right now in the shorter cycle is this cycle basically, right? It's basically the entire cycle from October 6th. So what DAX is doing then is simply it is ending, right? It is ending this cycle from October 6th, and then it is trying to correct that cycle in a larger 3 waves. That's it. So larger 7 swing in this case. I mean, if this is the proposed count, then that means this ABC is your 3 swing. then you got an X, and then you got another 3 swing. So you're gonna be looking for a 7 swing correction right here, something like this, WXY, and that should finish your 2, and then from there we can rally again and go to new all-time high again, right? As long as we don't break below this October 6th, of course, right? So this is going to be in the key level, and this is going to be the cycle that is trying to be corrected with the current move in the shorter cycle here. So what we're expecting then is for the downside in the indices right now, as long as we don't break below 16,291, we expect DAX to continue to see for the downside. All right, so that's basically the update for today. As always, if you do want to get regular updates on the DAX or other indices, stock, Forex, we do have 14 days trial, so the link is provided in the description of the video. I'll see you all again next time. Have a nice day, everyone.